Today's crossword is called Chain Links by Hex. Here is what the grid looks like, and it's slightly different to what was in print, just because there's some circles in print, but they're difficult for me to represent. So let's take a look at the big set of instructions. Two unclued 11-letter downs meander in unbroken chains from top to bottom, moving straight down or diagonally down, either left or right, one row at a time. They share no letters with the clued downs, which are entered normally, though without heavy bars to show where they begin and end. All across answers are entered normally, but 12 of them are clued in a random order as links. Each of these either begins or ends in a circle, and for our purposes the circles are these sort of bluish colour ones. Circled letters match up in a certain way so as to form links between the two chains. The matching letters provide a key to a code belonging in the three shaded squares, and that's those three in the middle. Once the chains are located with the help of the links, solvers who trace their paths will see two 11-letter terms for both the chains and their links. This information should enable solvers to complete the 3-letter sequence in the centre. 12 clue answers are capitalised, 20 across is not common. I don't know. I've read it. Some of it has been understood, but not a lot. So I think we have some normal acrosses and some normal downs. We'll try them, then we'll go for the links, and then we'll try and work out what these chains are. So that's going to be fun. Allow me to first go with all the clues. When I get stuck, very much over to you. maybe the answer to 20 cross is just rare. It's not that it's not a common word, it's just it's a word meaning not common. You never know with Hex. You never know. So those are the links. We will leave them until later, because I don't know where I can put them, but acrosses and downs I can put in the grid immediately, I think. Yes, everybody eat a cake in M3's honour. I think that is a worthy thing to do. A cough, troubled cowboy. A cough, troubled cowboy. I'm okay with that. I'll give that a few seconds. A cough, troubled cowboy. And we're immediately starting with, what clue is this? Well, if this is 7 up, this is 7 across, first clue. And he's remembered, folks. Good evening to you. Go for 7. It's an anagram. Troubled is an anagram indicator. Anagram of a cough. And that anagram's to gaucho. 7 starts here. So that goes there. Hang on, that is where 7 is? Oh, my lord. Okay, gaucho marks. That's what a cowboy leaves, absolutely. He doesn't wipe properly. Winner of a Pulitzer and $1,000 bill. Winner of a Pulitzer and $1,000 bill. This is probably going to be a capitalised answer. This will be a person's surname. Winner of a Pulitzer. And so the and is your cryptic glue, just to go from the definition to the wordplay. A $1,000. Is that going to be? That's going to be G for grand, and then a bill would be an ad. Is there an AGAD who is a winner of a Pulitzer? Is it, or equally, is there an ACAD for like a K? It's not that. Is there an ACAD then? Is there an AMAD? What if the parsing is entirely different? Yeah. Winner of a Pulitzer could be Journo or Hack. $1,000 bill. A thou. There's no $1,000 bills. If there were, I would be demanding you send them to me now. I'm going to come back to that one. Warn American about British province. Warn American about British province. So this goes here, because it's the acrosses that are numbered. That's not quite true. It's not quite true. But anyway, this goes here. My brain stopped working. American AM about a British province, like a shire. Ashirem. That's probably not a word. No, I haven't got 10, but a few of you have, so that's good. Council's turf encompassing New York westward. Okay. Turf is probably sod. And we're going to put NY in it, and there's going to be some combination of backwards that's going on. So NYD. Dinos Council Synod. There you go. Here we are. So sod is forwards, and it's going to encompass, i.e. go around, NY but westward, so YN for New York, and that's your synod. So that goes there. I mean, we've got one of the 3 letters in the middle immediately. That's great. Stand back behind a Parthenon. Stand back behind a Parthenon. No, it's a pantheon. Read the word, Dan. It still doesn't help me. Pantheon is a building dedicated to the gods, isn't it? Pan meaning all, theon meaning god, so yeah. Stand back, wait. Oh, it could be behind A. Okay, hang on. I'm hoping it's arena, but I'm not sure why. No, I want stand to be a 4-letter term for a stand, and it's going to get reversed. We're going to put it behind A, and we're going to get an arena. A pantheon of some kind. So A blank 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 is what I think we will get. Can I have the first letter, please? This isn't even the uncommon word. It is A. Good. So stand. You could wait. A stand could be like a shop. What's shop backwards? POH. POHS. That's not a thing. Second letter, please, because I think I'm doing the right thing. I think I've got it right. I just need the right word for a stand or to stand. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Stand could be to rise. That's the word, isn't it? Aesir. That's definitely a word that I've seen, but I couldn't have told you what it meant. So I'm loading up Chambers Dictionary for it to tell me what the answer is. It's decided to not load. Come on, come on! In Norse mythology, the chief of gods living at Asgard, or a Norse god, an inhabitant of Asgard. So Norse gods, because as is actually the singular, and Aesir, I'm assuming that's how you say it.
Isa.
Isa. Wow. Okay. That's how you say it. It's the plural. There you go. And I can put that in here. Well, we've got 2/3 of that sequence already. 16 across goes here. Taught English, passed with condition. Taught English, passed with condition. I think I'm going to need more for that one. E for English, passed. Can that just be P? Condition, that might be a 5-letter condition. Lupus! It's never lupus in-house, except for the time when it is, and then they don't get it, and they die. Ha! Anyway, spoilers, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to come back to that one. 18. French River's nameless sound. Okay, name those French rivers, because it's going to sound like a French river, or it's going to sound like something meaning nameless. So there's the Seine. It's not just sane, is it? S-A-N-E? Nameless doesn't mean sane. But nameless could be the letter N. Just take out the letter N, because name can be N. But sound, don't know. The Loire. Rhone. Doesn't sound like nameless. First letter, please, here from you, Waterfall. Let's actually get one of these in. Ooh. Ooze is now what I'm thinking, but it's ooze isn't that's not a French river, it's an English river. Hi Puzzlebee John, good evening. You've got 16, but I've moved on. I'm going to ignore 16. Second letter, please. This hasn't gone well. Roan. The was, O-I-S-E. Oh, noise. Okay, a sound is a noise, and we're going to make it nameless. Name can be N in Cryptic Crossword, so make it nameless. Take the N out. The was. 18. That goes here. And on it you get a oiseau, a duck. Pass more. This is the uncommon word. Pass more ancient tract of reclaimed land. Is it going to be Smoria? Because it's a tract of pass more ancient. And that can be some reclaimed land, some Smoria. It's not going to be that. But if it was, I would be very amused. I'm going to check for it in the dictionary. Smoria. You Smoria. It's not. Okay. An ancient tract of reclaimed land feels like it's the definition, but then that would only leave pass and more. To be the wordplay. Pass, I'm wanting to be P. More. Ancient? No. Pass more ancient. So it's either going to be polder or pelder. And that's going to be a tract of reclaimed land. Probably elder, I would imagine. Because older or elder for more ancient. So looking that up in the dictionary. Polder. Ooh, it's the Netherlands. We're in the Netherlands. How come it should be all over this then? A piece of low-lying land reclaimed from the sea or a river and protected by dikes, especially in the Netherlands. A polder. There you go. So pass is P, older is more ancient. And that's that. It is not common, that's true, but I still solved it. Hey Zeno, welcome. I like the Netherlands. You have a version of the mole. That's why it was one of the reasons why I like the Netherlands. I don't think it's a particularly good version of the mole these days. The Belgian version is far superior. I am willing to start wars over this. Called citrus fruit peeled. Called citrus fruit peeled. That is one down. Now, the downs are normal, just checking. Afternoon, Manic. Yes, just these clued downs, which are entered normally, though without heavy bars to show where they begin and end. But we're told how long they are. So if we're told how long they are and we know where they begin, because this is one down and four letters, can I not just put the bars in? But anyway, the tracks, the chains are not going to go in any of these letters. That's the important bit. I should probably mark that in some way. But it feels like, well, I know it's one down and it's four letters, so I could just put that in. Why are there no bars in there? Anyway. Oh, Michael. The Belgian mole is simply fantastic, and you need to start from the reboot from about 16, 17, 18, something like that. You're in for a treat. I mean, what? Oh, sorry, yeah, 1 is here for a start anyway, because for some reason 1 isn't there. 1 is there, but it goes there. Called, so a citrus fruit peeled. So, am I going to say a citrus fruit out loud? So, orange, tangelo, nectarine, lemon. Oh, no. It is orange, but I'm going to peel it. So I'm going to take off the first and last letter. So orange becomes rang, and if you call someone, you ring them. So rang goes there, and then I'm just going to put the bar in. Why have we not been given this bar? It confuses me because it's not in. It's not in this. That's the that's the print version that went to print. There's no bars there because it's one down and one is here. There wasn't a one across, so that's how I think it starts there. Not sure how the bar helps you. Okay, well, I could take it out. I'm going to colour them yellow. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I do. I do, because I want to know that the chain can't go there. They share the two down, two unclued 11 letter downs, meander, and they share no letters with the clued downs, which are entered normally, though without heavy bars to show where they begin and end. Zeno, I'm sorry, but you are a better person for admitting it. I do agree. But still, I still enjoy it, and I will still watch it, so there we go. Anyway, 2 down. Article on department head from a South American region. Article on department head from a South American region. So 2 is here, and it's 6 letters. So what regions of South America are there? I mean, there's the countries, of course. So Peruvian, Brazilian, Uruguayan, Venezuelan, Ecuadorian, from a South Amazon. Okay, you'd be Amazon. Okay, is it Amazon? Because you'd be Amazonian, but I think you could be described as Amazon. Article is A. I can't get the Maison bit. But I want it to be Amazon. First letter, please. You could arch, but there would be a violation in truth. A, okay, good. So there's the article. It could be Anne, of course, but I think the article will be A. Department head. D. Second letter, please. And if N. Okay, so we may or may not have finished with the article yet. We don't know. Next letter, please. Okay, so it's got to be Andean. So a dean is a department head. There we go. Article is and. The department head is a dean. And if you're from a South American region, the Andes is a region of South America. There we go. I haven't given any to you, to the chat. I should do that. It will help if I have first solved it, of course. Okay. Rain poorly in African land. Rain poorly in African land. I'm just going to go for this one. This is Niger. And 3 down does start there. And there we go. So that goes there. There's not a lot of space for these chains to go, is there? Thanksgiving's full of carnage, with all ultimately eaten. Thanksgiving's full of carnage, with all ultimately eaten. I mean, Agee, A-G-E-E for 9 across, as you say, Catus. A, and then $1,000 bill would be a G, G-E-E. So I'm assuming that would just go there. I assume so. Thanksgiving's full of carnage, with all ultimately eaten. So the ultimate letter of all is L. The last letter. RG. Long A. RG. Something like that. So I'm going to put L in full of carnage. Rage with L. Thanksgiving. Oh, like, so it's going to be a word meaning thanksgiving, like extol or praise, that sort of thing. What do you think the first letter is, please? M3 times than anyone else who has got this one. This goes, by the way, this is fall down, so this goes here. So we know we've got an O in the middle. Now, what was type G, and I'm assuming that means the first letter is G. Yes, because it did G4 earlier. Full of carnage. Oh. Thanksgiving, is that going to be grace? Because grace is in an anagram of carnage, but with an missing, but I don't think that's what's going on here. Full of carnage. Second letter, please, which will, of course, give me the third letter. It can't be grace because of the O in the middle, of course. GL for ultimately eating the last letter of gloop. Glower. So G-O something something for full of carnage. Michael's got it, probably. I don't know what's the next letter, because I think it only gives me one left, but, Glows. Gore, carnage. Glory, gory, there we go. There we go. It's just all it is finding the right words. Speaking of finding the right words, I really should have found the right words when I was chatting to my dad. I was visiting my dad down in Devon last week. It was his birthday, and of course there was a heat wave going on in the UK. It wasn't too bad in the southwest. Was mostly fine, but it was quite warm, particularly at night. And I had to ask him this question on his birthday, of all the days in the world. But I was just like, oh dear. I mean, I slept quite well last night. It wasn't too bad for me. Excuse me. I slept. I'm already dreading saying the sentence that I said again. It wasn't too bad for me. I slept okay last night. How, is it hot for you in the bedroom? There was an awkward silence. We got past it. Small, illuminated, narrow opening. Small, illuminated, narrow opening. Genuinely asked my dad, is it hot for you in the bedroom? And he's married, by the way, so it's a case of, yeah. Questions you do not want to ask your parents. 5 goes down here, and it's 4 letters. Small, illuminated, narrow opening. Go for 5. I'm going to give this one to you because I have solved this one. And I'm going to start it with SL. S for small, if a light is illuminated, is lit. And a narrow opening is a slit. S-L-I-T. There we go. Some cricket players mysteriously absent around noon. Okay, 6 starts here. And goes down 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goes to here. Why have we not been given the bars? Maybe the payoff is well, okay. DNA. This is going to be about DNA. So it's going to be something to do with the payoff. Why we haven't been given those horizontal bars. Some cricket players. Well, cricket. Mysteriously absent. So I want that to be like AWOL. Noon is going to be N. Flipping cricket. So is it going to be like silly mid-on? Is it going to be like a fielder, a batter, a bowler? But some cricket players. So bowlers, but it isn't that. I'm going to come back to that one. That took me far too long, Shorthand. That's very subtle, and I like it. That's a very... You need a lot of scientific knowledge to work out why that's funny. But I have that knowledge, and that's good. Returned hardened concrete for Ophelia's brother. Uh-oh. Shakespeare reference, and I don't know. Starts here, is 7 letters. Hardened concrete. It's going to be a term for that or something, and then we're going to get Ophelia's brother. And I don't know who Ophelia's brother is. First letter, please. L. It's Laertes, then. Set real. Oh, wow. So hardened is set, and if something is concrete, it's firm, it's real. So hardened concrete is set real. Reverse that, and you get Laertes, who is Ophelia's brother. Okay. Flipping Shakespeare. Okay, there we go. Well done, everybody. Round of applause for Michael. Well done for getting home just an hour and a bit after when you were intending. Hope you get some delay repay money back. Probably won't, knowing how things work here. Bother splitting pinch of seasoning or salt. Bother splitting pinch of seasoning or salt. Ah, it's just the hardened bit that meant set. Yes, clever. 13 goes... Oh, it starts here, and it is 6 letters. Bother. So is it going to be strife or something like that? Splitting. Pinch of seasoning. So I want... I want an S in the middle of there. Or salt. A bother is a stir. No, it's going to be a sailor, because a salt is a sailor. I want it to be a sailor. Now, why is it that? Pinch of seasoning would just be S, wouldn't it? Oh, bother. Okay, yes. Bother is ale, and that is doing the splitting. So ale goes in the middle between the pinch of seasoning, which is S, and or. Or is or. So that is sailor. Okay, and that again isn't a word. So it's going to be a double helix around here, isn't it? We're going to be doing something like that. Oh, and I can do that as well. Because the thing can't go there because of it, just because it can't go through there. Painter's impudent to an audience. Audience, Dan. It's because my brain short circuits about once a second. Painter's impudent to an audience. Just trying to think of painters now that might sound impudent. I'm going to have to look up impudent, though. So, like Manet, Monet, Dali, Picasso, Constable. Impudent. It just means rude, doesn't it? Impudent. Not showing due respect for another person. Impertinent. Bold. Is there a painter called Bold? Cocky, brazen, insolent. I'm looking at a list of synonyms. Rude, cheeky, audacious. First letter, please. See also the chat. Yes, absolutely. Sassy. Is there like a... Nope, right. Lazy. None of my synonyms begin with L, so it's not written in my list. Second letter, please. Painter beginning with L. Lowry. T.S. Eliot. No, it was T.S. Lowry, wasn't it? But Lowry, L-O-U-R-Y. No, okay, I'm not getting that. Okay, L-I. Third letter, please. do have the third in the grid. I should look at the grid. You know, I forget that. 14 starts here and goes down here. So it's lip. Lippy. Okay, is it actually spelled with an I at the end or something like that? There may be purple flamingo. There may be. Purple with an I at the end. Okay. There we go. I think... no, I'll keep all the yellow stuff for now until we know, because I'll need another colour for whatever I decide to do all the helices in. Throw off account. Throw off account. Well, throw off. Anagram of throw. You get worth. Is a man's account a man's worth? I think it is, isn't it? I'm going to have to check. Yes, value. So your worth is your value. Okay, that's fine. That goes here. That goes there. Yeah. It's quite a Dickensian word, isn't it? For that sort of thing. Poor method of operating vessel. Well, any vessel I try and get towards starts here. Indeed. Poor method of operating vessel. Rowing, pouring, P-O-U-R, method of operating vessel. Could be a ship, could be a bowl, that sort of vessel. Not a clue, going to run away. Unlimited use of one place to sit. Unlimited use of one place to sit. And it goes here. And I'm thinking it's going to be something like seat. Unlimited use, if you take off the first and last letter, could be an S. Of one place. There. Come back to that one. Let's see if I can get the rest of the across clues. 10. So the 10 goes here. So that's now looking like Alberta. Warn American. So alert is your warn. American is A. And we're going to put that all about a B for British. And you'll get a province. So it's not a British province. It's just a province. And you get Alberta. I just couldn't parse that. 16. Oh dear, that's not going to go. Oh. Taught English, passed with condition. Nah, not helping. 6. No extra. Oh, we're not going to get any extra downs, are we, at this point in time? Okay. Okay, actually, let's get the chat. Anyone got 16 in the chat? Because it's a communal thing, by which I mean I'm stuck. I'm seeing no G16s. Do we have any G6 downs? I think Catus has 6 downs. The first letter of 6 down, please. Some cricket players. Meredith's got it as well. Good. B. Okay, so it's going to be batsman then. Mysteriously absent. Oh, anagram of absent. A-B-S-E-N-T. Oh, no, but it needs to be around noon? Mysteriously absent. Anagram of absent. But then I'm adding an M, and I don't like... Noon could be M for meridian. Woo! That's very cryptic. Whoop. Good. 17. Poor method of operating vessel. Anyone got anything for that? Yes, Ben Affleck, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, all batsmen, absolutely. Okay, interesting. I'll tell you what. Because it's a guess, let's have the guess from you, because no one here's got it. So let's go, let's see. And we'll all go yes or no, because let's find out. Have a guess of 17 that you hate. Poor method of operating vessel. Okay, I like that. As long as D can be poor, because a vessel is a dhow, it's a type of boat. And a method of operating is your how. I like that. Works for me. Yeah, good. And we're getting agreement. So I'll go for that. Yeah. We poor to equal D, you wouldn't get in a UK crossword. And unlimited use of one place to sit. I mean, a seat, a sofa. Okay, unlimited use. That is the S. Of is of. One is a, and it's a place to sit. It is a sofa. Here we go. Ta-da. Okay, good. So I've got all the downs. So we any yellow square, or indeed like there, or there. You know, the two 11-letter chains are not going to go there at all. Okay, we haven't got 16, but can take a look at it now. Taught English, past, did, or past, died. With condition edited? No, 7 letters. English I want to be E. Died for past. But then that's only 5 letters. I need 2 more. 4th letter, please. So it's EDI. I hope you don't mind me ignoring the chains until we've done everything here. I think this is a wise thing to do. F. What? With condition. Like edified is currently the only thing I can think of. Edifice. Taught. Edified. Edificated. I mean, you're getting it, but I'm still getting hints that it's difficult. Educated, absolutely. Antipatris. Next letter, please. What is going on here? Taught. Feels like it's the definition. English is E. Past. With condition. Okay, so it is edified. So past is died, but the condition is if. On the condition that if this, like if else conditions. So that's fine. Edified is taught. Okay, those are all those. Now let's just quickly go back to this. 12 of the acrosses, clued in random order, are links. Each of these either begins or ends in a circle, which is actually one of these for this puzzle. Circled letters match up in a certain way so as to form links between the two chains. So I'm assuming it'll be the 2 base pairs. Is it A and T and C and G that match up? There's those letters that match up, and I forget what they're called, codons or something. And so I think if there's a T on one side, it'll be the A on the other, for example. Circled letters match up in a certain way so as to form links. The matching letters provide a key to a code belonging in the 3 shaded squares. Well, that's DNA. Base pairs. But what are the 2 pairs? I forget them. Anyway. Codons are the triples of the base pairs. Oh, it's so 3 sets of triples, yes. Okay. A and T, G and C. T's about unknown in between. T's about unknown in between. That's a 5. Unknown in between. Okay, going to come back to that one. Drink from a fountain on a Mediterranean island. Drink from a fountain on a Mediterranean island. Okay, drink from a fountain could be a soda. But we're going to put that on A, so it's soda. Mediterranean island. Okay. Jeffrey is given time to finish work. Jeffrey is given time to finish work. Oh, okay. It's also something you would say if a very heavy dog is sat on your chest. Go for 3. No, it's not 3. Go for C. Jeffrey is just Jeff. And we're going to give it time. So we're going to put T in the middle. Get off. And then to finish work, you get off. And that is going to go here. And I would therefore suspect that we could get a C here. Subject for movie. Is there a movie called Topic? I think there is a movie called Topic, and that would quite nicely go there. Block most of the blemish. Oh, no, it's not a movie. 4 is 2, even though I think those are opposites, and a movie is a pick. Block most of the blemish. No, I want that to be TH and then like spot or mar. But, don't know. Publicly defend stocking Scottish River. Oh, no. It's my favourite. Go for F. It's my favourite. If you have not seen me before, you will not know that my favourite is a hidden. And it's my favourite because when I spot them, I feel so absolutely stupid. It's hidden in Publicly Defend, and it's the River Clyde, which goes through Glasgow and other places. So that's good to go there. I have been across the Clyde. So we'll put a G here. The D, says Steve. Crazy about old tapioca sauce. Crazy about old tapioca sauce. So I did have the word maniac in for this as a potential thing, and that, I think, March Davidson has clued me to. Maniac, maniac. But manioc. So crazy is manic, and we're putting an O in it, and you get manioc. And I now know that it was meant that the clue was fine. It was not too heavy a clue because it got me there, but was not a clue to the actual answer. Very good. Manioc is the name for that. And I always never know. I'm glad that the I was there because I know it's either manioc or manoic. Because I got the rough shape of the word. I know it's man and a C, and I never know which way the I and the O go round. So luckily, that was already there. A quiet drive into Hindu community. Can I just say, we've always had G's and C's in this one. I'm assuming the others will be A's and T's, but we've always had G's and C's so far. A quiet drive into Hindu community. That's going to be an ashram. So A, sh for quiet, drive is ram. It's going to go here. And hooray, finally. There we go. Some North African people are in drag. Some North African people are in drag. That's a lovely surface. To our reg, because I can see it in the grid. But why is it that? R is literally R in drag. R is ARE, and we're going to put that in tug. Very nice. Yes, cassava is definitely more used than manioc. Dread flying gnats. Angst. It's an anagram of gnats. I should have given that to you. Oh, everybody type angst in the chat. Go for it. And I'll put this in here whilst you do that. Excellent, thank you. Stigmatized, Turkey's leader and German chancellor. Okay, yes, I'm happy with this. Go for K. This is quite a difficult clue because it requires general knowledge, in my opinion. Excellent work from Poker as well there. There's always one. It changes who that one is, but there's always one. If you stigmatise, you can do this to a cattle as well, isn't it? I'm currently thinking of the word Willie. Because it's his first name. Sorry, Katus, I did... it's Brandt. I'm assuming. So German Chancellor was Brandt, but Turkey's leader is T. So it's nothing to do with the particular person from Turkey. Turkey's leader is just T. So stigmatizes Brand. Turkey's leader is T, and you get a German Chancellor there. Yeah, there you go. Cryptic, in it, Stephen, in it. Fellow skirting long, large ditch. If it goes there, fellow could be a man. Oh, it could be a gent. No, man. Or a male. Okay. Is this a word? Mally. M-A-L-L-E. He's looking it up. No. Oh, hang on. No, there is in the Oxford Dictionary of English. There's a Louis Mally. No, it's not that. So fellow. Could be a gent. Could be a man. Male. Could be sir. And it's going to go around L or LL. Oh, guy. Go for it in the chat. Even though I've now given away the main bit. So Guy goes around L for long and L for large. And you get a gully, which is a ditch. T's about unknown in between then. So that's probably that or that. Midst, no, twixt, there we go. So T's is a twit, about unknown, in between is twixt. Unknown is X, like a variable, but T's is twit. You're such a tease, you're such a twit. To twit is a verb, to tease a fabric, piece of fabric through something. To twit. I'm just thinking of vowels now. Of owls. To upbraid is to twit. And then finally... No, can't be finally, because... there's still two things left. Oh, there's B. Oh, and E. Okay, fine. So this is the 5. Drink from a fountain on a Mediterranean island. Well, based on that, it's got to be Malta. So malt is a drink from a fountain? Really? Okay, fine. On A... So put an A after it, Mediterranean island. And then finally this. Where is it? Block most of the blemish. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Block. Which I know what it must be. Go for E. Yeah. Okay. It was a spot. It's a word very similar to spot in terms of it is a spot. It's like a witch's spot. It's a wart. Block, most of the is TH, and then a spot is a wart. And you get thwart to block. Good. Okay. So there are 2 unclued 11 letter downs that are meandering in unbroken chains. So we have here double helix. That's there in your first one, so we'll put that in green. And then, oh, look, is it going to be symmetric? Nucleotides. There we go. That is symmetric, isn't it? That's good. I'll put that in blue. So there we go. Those are the two 11-letter downs, the double helix and nucleotide. So this puzzle was all about DNA, and that is chain links by hex. Yes, the grid fill is symmetric. I'm not sure why the horizontal bars weren't in there. Them being in there or not being in there didn't seem to add or detract from it for me. So I'm not quite sure why they weren't there. But that's a lovely little payoff. I like that.